Good evening, guys. Welcome back to the channel. How is your day? I hope you had a great day today. I hope your business, your experiences, your endeavors, everything was okay today. Welcome again back to the channel, guys. As you know, the Nigerian Super Eagles are obviously preparing for that one on Wednesday, 6 p.m. I have a lot of people who are asking in the comment section about the time. The time is 6 p.m. on Wednesday evening. That's the first semi-final leg that's going to be played on the night, and it's between Nigeria and South Africa, and then the second one will be by 8 p.m. involving Ivory Coast, the host country, and of course DR Congo. So I dropped a video earlier on today where I mentioned that the Nigerian Super Eagles will be training today, because of course they had their first training yesterday. But of course, guys, there is a new update, and the guys, instead of training in Abidjan, where they have been staying since the beginning of the competition, they in fact had to travel this morning to Bouake, which is another city, actually the second biggest city in Ivory Coast, and apparently this is where they are going to play that semi-final game. And they have traveled. They decided to travel this morning. Of course, the update was that they were supposed to make the trip on Sunday, but they decided to stay, one more day in Abidjan, and of course, did that first training Sunday evening. And the report right now is that they traveled this morning, of course, to Bouake. The latest now is that the Super Eagles would not be having any sort of training sessions today, which of course is the day that they made the trip, using a private jet or a private flight to make that trip to Bouake. So the update now is that they won't be having any training today. Tomorrow they won't be having any training in the morning. Just in the evening of tomorrow, that's when they will come out and do their first training in Bouake before Wednesday, which is the proper day for the competition. But of course, they still might change to accept more, accommodate more trainings. But right now, it feels like it's only one training that they are going to have in Bouake before the semi-final. But I'll definitely keep tabs on that, and as soon as anything comes out, you will definitely know on this channel. So that's what's currently happening. Super Eagles no more in Abidjan. They've now moved to Bouake, where the semi-final leg is going to be played, and their training is set to resume tomorrow evening, which is Tuesday evening, ahead of Wednesday clash. Guys, aside from the trip of Nigerian Super Eagles, Victor Osimhen has also made the news, and he's now said that he doesn't care too much about scoring, especially in this Nigerian Super Eagles setup. He does not have any pressure. He doesn't feel the pressure to score goals. That what he truly wants, is to have a meaningful impact in the team. Help his teammate try and get the most important thing, which is the result. Even though he doesn't score, he helps track back to do the markings, do the defensive work. He's not really bothered about scoring, and this has obviously come out after there were a number of criticisms about the Napoli striker not having really scored a substantial amount of goals, because of course before the Afcon began, people were obviously tipping Osimhen to be one of the leading goal scorers, but as it stands, he only has one goal, and Demola Lookman, who's not the striker, who's not the direct striker, obviously now has 3 goals from the knockout stages. Criticisms has been really directed to Osimhen, but he's now come out to to say that he doesn't care about these goals. That so far as he's helping the teams in the defensive areas, helping the team in every bit of area that the team needs him, he's still happy to do that. And of course, let's not forget that Osimhen has had meaningful contributions to the goals that we've had so far, especially in the group stages, and of course in the round of 16 he had meaningful contributions to all of these goals that we've scored. At least 5 of the goals that we've scored out of 6. So he's not that useless in the attacking areas. We've seen how influential he is. He even scored 1 or 2 goals which were cancelled due to offside and VAR overruling it. But it's now come out to tell the world that he's not scared, he's not afraid of these criticisms. He feels happy with himself and in himself because he's contributing to the team, in defensive areas, and that's obviously getting the team the result that they need. So guys, I'll leave that one, go to the next update, which has to do with the Grammy. Nigerians have now called out, on social media, especially on Twitter, to revenge, the fact that a South African pop star, a female pop star by the name Tyler, obviously beat Nigerian stars Burna Boy, Asake, Davido yesterday in the 66th Grammy Award ceremony. She actually beat our Nigerian stars to win, the best African music performance in that Grammy yesterday. And the internet is going crazy. Nigerians are, calling out to Super Eagles that, this defeat must be punished. This defeat, mustn't go unpunished. And right now, it's left for the Nigerian Super Eagles to punish the South African team in the semi-finals for what Taylor did to our Nigerian music stars. But of course, we know that this doesn't really translate into football, into sports. That one is a different industry as a whole. But I wouldn't want this thing to distract our boys, because I know that obviously, there are two ball games, there are two separate industry, and of course, the focus is still going to be on the Super Eagles, calming their heads, being focused, not really allowing the outside talks from the social media or wherever affect their plans, their strategy. Of course, everybody's tipping Super Eagles to win because we are the bigger country, we have the bigger stars. South Africans are the underdogs. Most of their players are local players, home-based players. But of course, we know how these things work. Sometimes football, you see big offsets. But again, if you are a big team and you're playing an underdog, if you are focused, you're dedicated to your strategies, what you're playing, and you're not looking down on your enemy, you're not looking down on your opponents, you have respect for them, but of course, you're not fearing them, you're not intimidated by them. Of course, you're going to go on and prosecute, your plans and come out victorious. This is what we want to see with the Super Eagles, so they don't get carried away by what's coming out from the social media about Grammy or whatever. So they will be focused on this task on Wednesday, and then of course prosecute the plans and disregard the fact that they are a bigger team than South Africa. Prosecute the plan down to the letter, what Peseiro tells them, and of course we're very confident that we're getting the victory in that one. So those are the update, guys. Your reactions in the comment section, and of course we'll definitely be following the Super Eagles and keep tabs on them, as they prepare for this semi-final against South Africa. Thank you for catching this one. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you've not done so, and take care of yourself and stay tuned to the channel.